Welcome to the Brand Doctor Podcast, strategies that help entrepreneurs build reputable and profitable brands. Here's your host, Henry Kaminski Jr.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Henry Kaminski here from Unique Designz.net with another Brand Doctor Podcast episode for you. And today we are going to be talking about brand triggers and how to trigger people to buy your product or service. So the big focus today is this: leaders lead and markets follow. So let's put this into perspective. Let me share with you what I like here. We're going to play a little game, right? I love going to restaurants that nobody goes to. I love wearing shoes that are extremely uncomfortable. I love going on vacations to places that nobody visits. I love driving my Maserati in terrible neighborhoods to pick up the groceries. Said no one ever. What do we really want as consumers? What do we really want as entrepreneurs? What do we really want as people? We want the best of the best. We want to go into the wine cellar and pick out the finest wine. We want to travel to the nicest location and vacation there with our families. We want to wear nice clothes and nice shoes, and we want to drive nice cars, and we want to go to restaurants with raving reviews. That's what we truly want. So how do we trigger this inside of our audience to get our audience and our community to actually want to buy from us instead of our competition? How do we get our brands to catch on and spread? How do things become popular in general? What gives a customer the confidence to try something new? Well, here's how it goes. And again, leaders lead, markets follow. So there's two types of people out there, right? There's producers and there's consumers. So let's take the sacred cow as an example, right? Now, if you read branding books, you'll understand what I'm talking about when I say the sacred cow. We could use other examples, but this cow really sticks out. Why? Because they produce more than they consume. I'll say it again. Cows produce more than they consume. So essentially, you want your brand to be your sacred cow. And actually, your brand is your sacred cow. Because you want to nurture it. You want to give it the right nutrients. You want to give it the right food. Right? To let it grow to be this healthy organism. Right? So cows produce manure, right? Their poop. And they take that manure and they harvest fields with it. They produce milk that provides nutrients to hundreds and thousands of people. Right? They produce more than they consume. So my question to you is your brand producing more than it's consuming? Are you nurturing your sacred cow? You guys have a decision to make as entrepreneurs and brand owners. Do you want your sacred cow? Do you want your brand to be a follower, or do you want it to be a leader? So in branding, we have triggers. And these branding triggers connect with your audience and get them to buy. And remember, if you don't have customers, you don't have a brand. So at the end of the day, guys, what are we shopping for? We're shopping for leaders. We want the best that we can afford. And we're going to buy confidence before we buy flakiness. or unsettled, right? Or unclear, unfocused brands. We're not going to buy from them. So let's take a quick example here because it's fresh in my mind. One of my friends that lives out in Michigan owns quite a bit of land. And he just bought a new tractor over the weekend. He was excited to share it with me, and he showed me pictures. His wife's on, his daughter's on it, real cute. And it's a John Deere. And if you know anything about tractors, and I don't know much about tractors, but I know John Deere's are like the Lamborghinis of tractors, right? And nobody ever told me that John Deere was the Lamborghini of tractors. But I just know that because every time I pass a farm, or every time I pass a high-end project that's going on, whether it be like on a farm or, a construction, I always see a John Deere piece of equipment. So what is John Deere? How is John Deere so sticky? How is their brand such a leader in the industry? Well, they show up consistently every single day, and they know their purpose, and they know how powerful their influence is on their community and in their industry. And they do everything in their possible control to showcase their leadership, because they know when they lead, their market follows. So here's the question of the day, guys, and here's the prescription from the brand doctor. Here it is. What are you doing specifically to encourage influencers to advocate and promote your brand? Because when people care, people share. So it's one thing to build a community, and if there's another thing to build a reputation. And let me tell you something, guys. You cannot build a brand all by yourself. You need your community. You need your tribe. You need your influencers. You need your cheerleaders. You need those people. Otherwise, you will die from obscurity. And nobody will know who you are. So there you have it, guys. Another podcast episode in the books. I ask if you find these valuable to please share them with a friend or colleague. Drop a review. Leave me a comment. Let me know that this stuff is working for you. Let me share some success stories with me, because that fires me up. That gets me motivated to continue to drive forward and help you build a better brand. So take care, guys, and I'll catch you on the next episode.
You've been listening to the Brand Doctor Podcast with Henry Kaminski Jr. To get your appointment with the doctor, visit Brand Audit at www.uniquedesignz.net.